Indigo Spell. Oh my god. I loved this book. I hated this book. I loved it and I hated it. This book was amazing. Sidran. Oh my goodness. This book was filled with it and it was amazing. And they kissed and a lot and the trailers show that, but and it was great. I love that Adrian and Sydney are getting together. I didn't hate it. It frustrated me. The Bloodline series was supposed to finish up Jill, Eddie, Sydney, and Adrian's story. Vampire Academy ended because Rose's story was over. Eddie was hardly in it, and Jill was hardly in it. She was just like this figure that was there when you needed advice, and I didn't like that because, one, that is kind of not Jill. Jill, she's becoming more confident, and in the last book you could see her character development, but she is still, to me, this mousy, young jailbait. That's her nickname. In fact, they said jailbait in the book, but they only said it once because, guess what? You hardly saw Jill. It is not the Sydney and Adrian story. It's called Bloodlines. And yes, it's from Sydney's POV. It should have featured Jill and Eddie more in it. And we should have seen more about this whole Angeline cheating story. It shouldn't have been brushed over the way it was. Because that really hurt Eddie, and we barely saw that. And Sydney, the way Sydney treated Eddie and Jill, and the way she was talking to them, and she was like, deal with it on your own. Oh my gosh, she's supposed to pretend like she's their older sister. In fact, in the past 2 books, she actually acted like their older sister, but she acted like their loving, caring sister. And in this one, she was so busy with Adrian. Like, seriously, the whole book was Sydney with Adrian. Or Sydney going to meet Adrian. Or Sydney thinking about Adrian. And I get Sidrian, and I loved that. Oh my gosh, did I love that. Oh, us VA addicts try to point out how much Vampire Academy / Bloodlines is not Twilight. And the main big difference is that it has relationships in it, but that's not all it's about. Which Twilight, it is specifically in the romance section. That is not Vampire Academy. It's more about the characters and who they are and their development and the bond between Rose and Lissa. We are not Twilight. Alright, I'll read you the opening sentence from the Indigo Spell, and then I'll read you an opening sentence from Twilight, and you tell me which one's better. This wasn't the first time I'd been pulled out of bed for a crucial mission. It was, however, the first time I'd been subjected to such a personal line of questioning. Are you a virgin? Huh? I rubbed my sleepy eyes, just in case this was all some sort of bizarre dream that would disappear. An urgent phone call had dragged me out of bed 5 minutes ago, and I was having a little trouble adjusting. My history teacher, Miss Terwilliger, leaned closer and repeated the question in a stage whisper. I said, are you a virgin? Yes? Oh, this is so dusty. Did you see that? That would be eclipse. I read it once. All our attempts at subterfuge had been in vain. With ice in my heart, I watched him prepare to defend me. His intense concentration betrayed no hint of doubt, though he was outnumbered. I knew that we could expect no help At this moment, his family was fighting for their lives just as surely as he was fighting for ours. Which catches your attention more? You tell me. Which one? There's no right answers. None at all. There's no right answers. And I'm not going to tell you which one to pick. But I'll let you make up for your own minds. I think you'll make the right choice. That's my rant. Now I have to wait for the fiery heart in November. Okay, bye! Look at my eyes. They're the same color as Sydney's.